What's up, guys? Who Hit You Podcast? I'm Vidush.
I'm Roy.
Like and subscribe. Help us out. Big week because Roy has finally started playing.
He's rolling like that.
The new God of War. We talked about it last week.
Yes.
He was in it, right?
Fantastic game.
Like I said, I've said this many times, but I'll amend it because it's not the best game on PS4, actually.
What do you think
Favorite
the best game on PS4?
Best game. Obvious best game. Obvious best game is Sekiro Shadows Dice Twice.
That game is hard as fuck. You can't die in that game.
So how's it hard? If you can't die, how's the game hard?
Like, you're not supposed to, like...
Yeah, no.
It's like you have... What I don't like about that game, yeah, the little bit I've played, is like you just have to play like the whole segment. Like, there's not saving points. You have to like do it perfectly all the way through.
There is no saving points in the game. There is some saving points in the game, but they are not... They're not... You can't just quick save.
No. It's not just like, I feel like saving right here. And
nah, you gotta beat the level, get to the spot. There's gonna be ways that it connects. That game is so good because of that. Even also, actually,
it's also. But it's also
called.
It's not really open world either. And that's like, for me, that's my jam. But I mean, we're talking about your favorite game.
No, but I mean, to say it's not open world is also not fair.
True, I haven't even really
you haven't played it, so you don't know. You haven't played it because I can let's say I'm on the last level of the game. Last level, because the game is more open world. There's no last level. It doesn't get signified by what's the end. It's multiple endings. So like you could just miss whole portions of the game and not play it. So to say it's not open world in that way is not fair. But it is better. It's a shinobi story. So you're gonna feel it a little Naruto-esque. So that's
he's a clan or something?
No, he's a how ninjas really worked back in the day. This is some ninja lord has his best student, or some great ninja has his best student, and the shogun of that area will be like, hey, give me your best ninja. He's going to protect the new divine heir, or whatever it is, right? Okay. And that's how shinobi did work, or because samurai was used as a large force, and
like military,
right? Often with shinobi, they would either recruit a clan, but they would have one person who was just always with the highest up, whatever they are. So that's what you are. That's cool. What you are in this. But now the story is amazing. The shinobi stuff, and the thing is, there's just so many elements to the game that are not in any other game you've played. But that's a big thing.
And you've played God of War for like...
I played all the God of Wars. I played God of War when it first came out on PS2, and it rocked.
So the God of War favorite game up until like a couple years ago that Sekiro came out.
I mean, so I thought PS2 was when I first started playing games. I don't know, you probably played much earlier than that.
I started playing, Nintendo, all the old Mario stuff. Then got to the PlayStation, and
you played a lot.
Then I jumped to Xbox.
Okay, but even Xbox, so that would match up with like PX. Oh wait, Xbox is PS2.
Yeah, I think so. I had a PS2.
Yeah, so PS2. So I thought Metal Gear Solid 3 was the best game on PS2. Then Devil May Cry 3. Then God of War. Mm-hmm. Those titles were exclusives that basically kept me on PS forever. Even though they're not all exclusive now. But God of War is the shit, and the new game you're playing is the shit. Not as good as Sekiro. You need to play Sekiro. Ninjas, stealth better than...
You fight like all kinds of like folklore heroes and like monsters and stuff like that, right?
Yes, so supernatural and...
It sounds pretty dope.
It's so dope, Roy. It's so dope.
But it's hard as fuck.
FromSoft is known for being hard. It doesn't have a difficulty setting. You just play the game as it is. You don't pick easy, hard, medium.
It's just the way it is.
It's the same for everybody. The game is the same for everybody. You can't spam it, though. You can't just spam an attack.
You have to actually...
You have to do... If you do something too much, he's going to do it that much, and someone could just fuck you up, right? But you can stealth. There's a bunch of different ways to win the game. But... You gotta finish God of War first.
It's a super cool game.
How much have you played?
I played like a solid
6 minutes?
Furious. 10
4 minutes?
10 minutes.
3 minutes.
10 solid minutes.
10 solid minutes.
Quality minutes.
All right. You got a new job this week, so I'm going to let it go.
I got to the point where the world... I mean, it's not that much farther, but like giant world serpent and this lake, and there's like this giant Thor statue, and then you go into and you meet Brock. Is that his name?
Yeah,
the dwarf,
the blue one.
The blue dwarf. It gives you some kind of gem that's like, hey, you can go to different portals and stuff, but it only comes back to me or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just started.
I like how you throw his country twang on it.
And
he has country twang.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Is he related? No.
You can ask.
It's going to be a bad joke. So then, I started roaming the beaches.
To Vishnu?
To Vishnu.
I thought you were going to do another one.
No. Yeah, I was going to say he looks like a fucking... what is this Marvel space movie?
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
He does look like him, and he acts like him. How's that a bad joke? He is exactly like Yondu. Oh my goodness.
So the first thing I thought was like, oh, Yondu's
because he's such an asshole. Yeah, that's true. No, so you met Brock. So that lake is the Lake of the Nine, because that's all the 9 realms. That's all those statues around you.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. That's what that is.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You can go to different fucking... And you always come back here. So this is the center point of the game.
Midgard is the center of the 9 realms.
Makes sense.
Hence, cleverly disguised as Midgard.
Is there a top guard?
Right in the middle. Exactly. Top guard? No. But I play half guard.
Bottom guard?
I play half guard real good. I play half guard real good. No, you didn't play God of War. It's not cool because I went and beat the whole game in one night.
Question. But you didn't start from the very beginning.
I didn't start from the very beginning. You didn't play any and I beat the game. Regardless, it doesn't matter how much I played or not.
You can be at the end and beat the game.
I definitely played more than 10 minutes. I did it just so I
put into God of War this game.
This game? 4 max.
This last play you made.
Yeah, this last play I made, and I would say it might have had 2 on top of it.
Really?
Yeah.
So 6 hours, you've played it twice.
No. I had 2 on top of it from I was 2 hours into the game when I picked it up. Wherever I had left it last time, I was a third of the way into the game.
Playing it over again.
Yes.
I see. How many times have you played it over? Because I'm like that with the Batman franchise, the Rocksteady one.
All of them?
No, the last one.
Okay. Arkham City or whatever. Or
Arkham Knight.
Yeah. That was the cool one. That was the amazing
I'll just play
one.
that all the way through.
Yeah. That's open world though, Roy.
I know. Awesome.
You do all the side missions every time you play through?
I have to finish everything.
Every time you play through, you play all the side missions.
I know. Yes, I do. Yes. All the side missions, all the collectibles, all the...
Okay, so good thing about God of War, all exploration matters. So it's not like...
Yeah, that's what I like about it.
Yeah, so...
Just cruising.
And the side missions aren't huge like that. Please play it.
I will.
Please play it.
I promise I will.
All right.
I'll put in some hours this week.
Since...
Thanksgiving's coming up. I got time.
Maybe. Since you didn't do God of War, we didn't do Mando last week.
We didn't. We talked Naruto last week. If you haven't seen that previous episode, we talk about...
Yeah, Naruto's better than Mando. No question. It's not even an argument. Naruto's better than God of War and Sekiro. If you haven't done that one, do Naruto first. No question.
There's 2 episodes now of Mandalorian that we've seen.
And they were crazy. Crazy episodes.
Yes.
The last week's episode was crazy.
Last week's episode, Mando's searching for He's searching for other Mandalorians. Because he needs to find he's looking for a Jedi. And he needs to find a Jedi. Or he's looking for a Jedi. He needs to find a Mandalorian to help him point in the right direction of more Mandalorians. And so he goes to this planet. And then he's doing his mission.
Right. Oh man, it was a week ago, and I even watched it twice. But he went to that planet just because he got word.
Has that crazy landing where he's coming in?
Oh, that's exactly how.
Yo,
he's coming in the super hoopty.
Yeah.
This is how me and you were at Latitude when we were bouncers, just watching drunk people roll up to the door. Right, you're just standing there. You're just like, no. No, they can't even make it here, I don't think. But we're not talking, right?
Yeah.
So you just see him come.
And he's like, just does a free fall, and then
and she's like shouting, "You need to slow down." He's like, "I fucking know. I need to slow. I can't." So he does the last second catches, and you're like, "Oh, he made it."
And then my favorite part then takes the fucking.
Then it goes out and it goes right into the water. Hilarious. I remember watching it and I was like, "This is Roy at latitude. This is like you're watching him just trying to make it to the door. He's wasted. He's obviously 19. He's not 21, and he's just wasted. And he's stumbling and he pulls it together.
Speaks tongues.
And as soon as he goes and pulls his ID out, he doesn't even pull the fake out or something. And you're just like, man, he just crashed completely here. Like, what are you? And you don't even respond. You just
I don't even take it. It's like, get that. Just no.
You just give it to him, and you just look at the next guy.
I actually did that one time. Somebody gave me a license underage, and like I grabbed it and I just like gave it back to him, and I just kind of like, and he just kept stumbling away.
That's exactly what I saw when I saw who was that guy? What was he before? Admiral Akbar's people?
Mon Calamari.
Yeah, so Admiral Akbar's people, his homies, yeah, that was you for sure. And watching him just like...
And then there's like it's a water world, and then it's another like, it's like the Davy Jones race with all the weird...
That's exactly, yeah. They have
the Squidwards.
With the tentacle face.
So yeah, he goes to some bar, he's, hey, can you help me find these guys? And then...
Oh, no, and she's talking. Wait, was that before? No. Oh, okay. So he
drops off the frog lady.
He drops off the frog lady. Exactly.
Super sentimental moment.
Yeah, she is all worried.
Like, yo, where you at?
She's worried. And they see each other and they break down.
Yeah.
You got
they run at each other.
Fine black chicks.
He's like, where the fuck are the rest of the eggs?
No one notices. No one says anything about...
It's like, yeah, there's like a quarter of the eggs left. What happened?
Well, you know what was funny? At like jumping to the end, there's only one frog. Maybe that's why they didn't care at the end. Like maybe only one makes it out of all of them. So there's like, he ate some of them.
Oh, but was that because there's only one like left, or is that because
I saw more in the background? Maybe
one hatched.
One hatched.
That's right.
Yeah.
So he goes to the bar and he goes. The thing was, he was supposed to ask the husband, like, you said you saw some Mandalorians here. Where are they at? We see some mysterious person that's staring at him, rolls up, looking all like...
She's too fine. And she does the disappear in the crowd. Like, the super cool, like, we're walking and gives it the... Ooh, and she just gone. Mando knows right away, like, okay.
Can't trust her.
Now you're super awesome. You just disappeared, and I don't know to look for you anymore.
Goes to the bar. That's because the guy's like, go to this bar.
He was like, I know someone who said they seen Mando's, like, here, and that was the Davy Jones guy, who's a piece of shit. Who's a total piece of shit.
Yeah, so he goes with the Davy Jones guy because it's like, we know where the Mandos are. And then he's on the ship, and then the guy's like, hey, come check out this monster. Like,
there's too much plot armor on this whole scene, because like, this scene only is to introduce the new Mandos, because he would not be that off guard around all these creatures. The whole time I was on the ship, I was like, this place is real cute. He was like, hey, look at my Leviathan. Let's go look at it.
Yeah,
no,
love it.
What do you mean? And then he throws BY in there.
Right, and then this giant, like, I don't even know.
The Kraken.
The Kraken
basically
just
the
comes
Kraken.
in, eats the child, goes in and then Mando right away just, like, jumps in like, shit, baby.
And they had a great plan. They just sealed it off.
Yeah, and they're just laughing. Fucking assholes.
And that's when it got so dope.
The child died.
They were like, oh, we got him.
Because they're after his armor, the Beskar.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Because they were like, oh, we're rich now. What? And then he gets jumped.
He's drowning.
No. Davy Jones gets jumped nasty then. I mean, yeah, he's drowning because they're like trying to stab him while he's in there. What is he doing up there? See, this scene got too much plot armor. You take a breath, you go back down. The baby is still in the bottom. It don't matter what's going up top. He would have smoked the Leviathan, came up.
But the baby has the thing. Right, so like I think there's
like
an element of like, okay, he's in the shell. I've just got to make sure that like I am okay long enough for that shell to hold up.
Did you see how many teeth that thing had though? Like, is one of those teeth all the way going down? Like he could have easily.
If that's the case, why jump in? If that's the case, why jump in
I
then?
think it was just dad reaction.
That's what I was saying. It's called dad mode.
And then you don't come back. I'm telling you, that's why you don't come back up from the water.
Yeah,
That's
down
too
again.
much plot armor for
called,
this scene.
It is called a dad reflex, and
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
the
But I
most
understand what you're
acute
saying.
thing in the
Like,
world.
dad reflex is like, I'm gonna keep going after the kid.
I'm
But
watching the
he
screen.
just
I'm like,
came up-
what are you doing up here? What are you doing
Get
up here?
down there.
Get down there. At worst, I already know
Like, what's
the
the
kid's
plan?
a
Let me
beast,
open
right?
this up
I
and
come
then
up
what?
with BY. He just force pushes the gate. We smoke everybody right now.
Bob's your
But
uncle.
I gotta say, them fucking it up was tight.
Mando's,
Because the Mandos...
dude, best
coming-
part of the show, Mando's rolling, starts smoking everybody, pull out, what's his name?
I mean, that is definitely the best. But first, a definite... You know right away it's a chick Mando. The first one that lands.
Yeah.
And she's handling. Next one that lands, you know also is a chick Mando. And she was the...
Yeah, 'cause we were
she's
like-
the down one. She's the black one.
She's so badass.
Oh my god.
And then
I'm in love.
so 3 Mandos land, and then they pull him out, and he's like, "The child, the monster ate
Because
it."
that's what he's supposed to be
Yeah.
doing. She was like, child, got it, down there.
On it, and then just
Glock,
jumps
Glock,
in
Glock,
right
Glock,
away,
Glock.
and just smokes that thing in like less than 20 seconds.
Up there, crushed
10 seconds. Back up.
carriage on the shell, so it's already bad.
Baby's like, What's
That's-
going on?
That was Mando's fault.
For sure.
No.
And then, so
Fake
he
scene.
gets BY back, and then turns and is like, "Oh, thank God, I've been looking for you guys, whatever." And then they take off their fucking helmet, and he does the whole like, "What? Goddamn!"
Again? He's like, again?
But then we see that it's
This was like a new addition to the lore. I found out actually,
What do you mean?
saying that the Mandos had the ones that kept the masks on is explained as they were part of the Watch. They were Knights of the Watch. They're the ones who are the zealots who keep the mask on all the time. They don't ever take them off.
you're saying why? What? So the person's like explaining it. So
yeah, because she was like, "Oh, you're," because the one dude who's in the crew, who's definitely the beta, of the crew. He came in last. He did his work. He's not bad, but he's support man, right? But he was like, "Oh, he's one of that." Like exactly support
so
man. He was worried. He's like, "Oh my god, he's one of that."
they take off the helmets, and he's like taking it like aback, and then he's like, "Where'd you get that armor?" And then she's like, "I'm Bo-Katan." Like
Battlestar
yeah.
Galactica.
Well, Katie Sackhoff is the Katie Sackhoff voiced her in the Clone Wars, Rebels, and then now
Which is
live
crazy.
action.
Which is
First,
crazy.
to my knowledge, first person that's done that.
That's what they've been saying. Which is super crazy. She is Bo-Katan then.
Yeah, Bo-Katan.
I did not see her in either of those because I haven't watched them thoroughly. So, but I just saw from this. Apparently, the lore matches up. But she's like some badass Mandalorian.
But they take off their helmets in like the Clone Wars and Rebels.
I see.
So like if you are a fan and watch the series, that's new. Keeping the helmet on full time of recent stuff is in the Clone Wars, in the Rebels, they would take them off.
Mm-hmm.
In Mandalorian, it's like we don't take it off, and like that's a fairly newer thing. If
That's why I said it's been added
Yeah.
to the lore's been added. Now, bigger question then. I don't know if you know. Then, so did Boba Fett take it off?
Well, so that's an interesting thing. So like.
Because we already saw Boba Fett
saw
without the
Boba
armor,
Fett.
but I don't think that was of his choice.
No.
Because he looks like scarred up and.
Well,
fucked up.
last time we see Boba Fett like on screen, officially like as far as timeline goes, he falls into the Sarlacc pit,
Right.
And like we don't know, we assume he's dead.
Right, we assume.
But
he's
there's
dead.
been all kinds of different like, did he make it? Did he
Well,
not
there
make
were
it?
stories
There's
that
comics and stuff
that
he
he
comes
got out,
and
and
then
then
goes right back in and
I don't
saves the timeline,
whatever,
or keeps the timeline.
whatever. Yeah.
But I mean, I think technically, like if you go based on the timeline and the age and the series and stuff, Boba Fett and Bo-Katan are supposed to be like relatively close to the same age.
Okay. So
Or maybe
Bo-Katan,
she might be older than
because her
him.
answer to him was she was like, "This is my armor.
Yeah.
I got it from Mandalore because I was born on Mandalore."
Yeah, she's
and she was like, "And I'm the last of my people."
she's like the heir of
Mm-hmm.
the Mandalorians. Her family is like one of the
Such a boss answer. Like,
I'm.
what are you doing taking your armor off? She's
I'm
like,
your
"This is my."
president.
She was like, "I was born there. You're an adoption child."
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, I was actually born there. That's how I got this armor.
It's been in my family for generations.
Because he doesn't like it, but when she said that, he's like, God damn it, what is going on right now?
And you find out that he's part of this, like, zealot, like this...
Or so they say. We don't... She says that they're part of that. The way they act kind of makes sense. But, yeah. Maybe, because I don't trust her for shit. I seen the whole
I'd rather
episode.
be one of the Mandalorians that take the helmet off. You can't do shit with the helmet on all the fucking time.
I'm just saying, if I was the other one, y'all wouldn't know, but my helmet would be coming off.
Yeah.
Y'all wouldn't know, but my helmet's coming off.
You're the only one with, like, good skin.
I'm like, well, why you got sunglass tan lines? What?
That's my species.
No, so I would be taken off. But yeah, so he's kind of shook up from it. He just bounces, actually.
I want to play with you guys.
Because totally. He owes them because they saved BY.
And then he gets back and just lands on the dock, and then right away
Gets jumped.
gets jumped right away. So here's one thing.
That's his whole life.
Here's one thing. That dude walks out and he's like, "Heard you were the one that killed my brother," or something like that.
Whoa!
The second
Dead.
he says that, it's like, smoke all these guys.
Done.
Like, they just attacked me and tried to
Once
kill
again,
BY.
plot armor for Katie. That's okay.
Mando's
Can
roll
roll
in and
with
it's like, he didn't kill him. I did.
Also, boss again.
Yeah.
She was like, come with it. They just terrorize him again.
And then they, long story short, then they, he's like, I need to know where, I'm looking for Jedis and...
No. He was like, I'm looking for my, they call them converts. I've called them covenants. What do they call, can the Oracle Twins find out what the Mandos call their dark network? I think it's called coverts. Something like that.
Like, looking for, like, his...
Yeah, he
people.
was like, I'm looking for this. But remember, she looks at BY all creepy. I see these things. She looked at him all creepy. And she was like, oh, he can move things. So she was like, well, I know one of his kind. Not like a BY, but another Jedi. She was like, I could take you to that. And he was like... Because he wasn't looking for that. That's his end goal, but he was going to go through. And then he was like, for real? And then she drags him into
She's
a
like,
new
well,
plan.
but I need some help with some shit.
I mean, that's all that happens with
They just call them the network.
the network. Okay.
We kind of find out, though, that, like, so they do this crazy mission. It ends up being, like, way crazier than...
Which
like,
is hilarious, though, because when they were planning it, you
they're
pointed
just watching
they're
the-
just watching the ship, all sitting on
like,
their
right
ship.
across the street.
And the security guy, he's just like, hey, there's these 4 Mandos watching us right over here that keep pointing at
I
us.
don't think they're looking at us.
I can see them counting all the guards. I'm like,
And then mission goes crazy, and then find out that she's looking for the...
he goes full Mando because
Yeah.
they can't handle down the path. Oh, that was before she pulls a fast one.
Because we find out she's looking for the Darksaber.
Right. Because she snatches that guy who gives her a
She's
boss
like,
answer.
does he have it? And it's like, if you have to ask.
You already know. Oof.
Because we see Moff Gideon with the Darksaber. The Darksaber is like the rightful ruler of Mandalore.
I didn't know this.
The Darksaber, that, like, you need it to be the ruler.
That's from Clone Wars or Rebels?
Clone
Something
Wars.
like Clone Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it makes sense.
Because in Clone Wars, she has it for a while.
Because that's all she wanted the whole time, actually.
Really?
But it was tight because she was just on the ship and she was talking to and she was like, we're not taking it. We're taking the whole ship. That's when Mando was like...
And they were going to take off, too, and he's like, I'm not leaving BY.
Yeah. No, that's what... Oh, obviously. But I would have jumped out right then. When she changed the plan, I'd be like, you're fucking me.
Yes.
I could tell you're fucking me. And she tried to give him, this is the way. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not the way. You are not on the squad. But he listens. He goes full Mando.
Saves the day.
Takes all the shots. Goes. Plot armor is back off. Mando is back in Mando mode. Smokes everybody.
Shows him what's up.
She finally tells him where it is.
Tells him the Jedi you're looking for is, or whatever, and then it's Ahsoka. We find out it's Ahsoka Tano. Ahsoka is like on this planet or something. Go to this planet. I forget the name of it.
She's on Caladan.
There it is.
Caladan. But like, there's not a planet, or like the stuff that she says isn't an actual thing in the lore. So like, what is it?
So once again, added lore now, right?
Yes.
So added lore. You think she's gonna be connected to Vader still, or is she gonna have a new background lore? Because that's the original thought, is that she is, which was weird because he wasn't even a full Jedi Master, right? Was he a Jedi Master when she was his apprentice? Okay, so
he was the youngest person on the council. Or whatever.
Okay, so he's the youngest person on the council then. Now, question then from the movie when Obi-Wan slashes his legs off. In that movie, was he Obi's apprentice or he was Obi's peer?
I think at that point they're technically like they do missions together, and they're both generals, and like in the Clone War army. But like, I don't care if you're a 5-star general and I'm a 5-star general. I was always your sensei, and you were always my apprentice.
Right. Okay, so
and
maybe
you're always going to technically come to me like master.
Okay, so he's Ahsoka's master in the lore, and they had like crazy because she was wild as shit. I don't know what kind of race she is.
I forget the name. But there's other Jedi of her.
Yeah, she's got plenty of Jedi of her kind. Cool face paint. Is it really going to be Rosario Dawson?
I mean, that's what they said that she's playing.
Is it really going to be Rosario Dawson?
So, which will lead us to the... Which will lead us to this next... So the next episode... Well, no, so...
Lucky Corey.
This episode...
She's too good for him.
What is this, episode 2, episode 3?
No, for this season, this was 4. So the one we're talking, that was episode 3. The Mando, yeah. No. The one with the Mandos. The one we just saw is 4.
The one we saw today was 4. The one we were just talking
3.
about was 3.
So 3.
Yeah.
So, Dave Filoni is doing episode 5. We just saw episode 4, which is like a filler episode to the main storyline.
Right.
He's traveling, gets his he needs the ship.
Well, it was so obvious. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the ship is a piece of shit.
So
the way it came in already. Like, you remember, because he comes in, we talked about the crash. Remember when he pulls back up to the ship and he's like, "Hey, I gave you 1,000 credits." And he was like, "What do you want me to do?"
Yeah,
I
put gas in it.
He's like, right? So it's a piece of shit. He cannot make it there. He knows. Like, I was saying, I was like, I will go back to White Chick and get it fixed.
Yeah. So then the scene or the episode opens up with BY's in the ship, like trying to he's trying to coach him like red wire into where the blue wire. Don't cross the streams.
A full baby Groot. Don't touch this button. Don't touch it. He's like, that button. Boom. No! I just told. Tases himself 100%. Mando's becoming more daddy too, because now he's like, "Hey, are you okay?" Like, he's starting to worry about him more. They know how to get us.
And then like, okay, we gotta get some help. We gotta get the Razor Crest fixed. So they go to their homies. What's
Apollo.
the planet? Yeah.
Navarro.
Grief Karga and Cara Dune?
Yes.
In Navarro?
Yeah. So then rolls up, asks for help. They say they can help him with the ship, and then
I mean, he rolled up. He was like, "How's my credit here?" And I was like, it's amazing.
Yeah.
870, 90. We'll make some new stuff for you. Like,
they say they're gonna help him. That one homie gives the weird look.
Judas in the background.
And then
Judas in the background.
Apparently, Gina Carano's character. What's her name again? I'm sorry.
Cara Dune.
Cara Dune. Marshall Dune.
Marshall Dune. Yes.
Can I just say, I really don't like that they just pick random words and shove them together and then make a name.
Like Dank Farrik. Is
Like,
Dank Farrik is fuck that or something? Fucking shit.
Boca
Like,
Raton.
Well,
Not Bo-Katan, not Boca Raton. Boca Raton's a city in Florida.
Right. But that doesn't, like, no one thought, maybe that sounds a little too similar. You know what I mean?
I feel
but then
like,
also,
he could have been like...
Grief Cargo? Your cargo
That's the
sad?
city? That's the city?
Karga.
Cargo.
No, that's
See?
the guy's name.
Yeah,
Grief
so the
Karga.
things
That's the guy's
you said
name.
wrong
Carl Weathers?
on all
Yeah.
of them, so
Yeah.
of course
Apollo.
the names are
See,
ridiculous.
I got him.
Okay,
Then-
okay.
Grief Cargo and Boca Raton, yeah, that sounds ridiculous.
The name of the city is Corvus at Navarro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Navarro's the planet.
Navarro's the planet.
Navarro's a
Yeah.
planet. Yeah.
Okay, well, I take it back.
So Marshall Dune has cleaned up the planet.
No, dude, I'm with her. All these names are ridiculous. These names are
Even the right ones.
ridiculous. Okay, so yeah, he gets there. They're like, "Yeah, we got your ship. We got some stuff going down, though."
Where's
He's
your help?
just like, "God damn it! Oh, can I take a nap?"
He drops
Can I take a nap?
He drops BY off at the school.
was amazing.
Doesn't really feel for it.
He drops BY off at the school.
He takes him to school.
He didn't know he was in it, but they leave him at school for
He
sure.
doesn't like it.
Which is pretty cool, though, that there's a school there now. Because before they were just like running in the woods.
It's a tough scenario because like if it's me and I have my child and I'm in this scenario and I roll up to you and you're like, dude, trust me, it'll be fine.
Yeah,
like,
then you're gonna listen.
But like, I still don't like. I don't.
The
know.
whole time, my mind's on it now.
They basically then tell him we got there's one base left. We clear out this base.
It's got heavy stuff on it too. We got
heavy weapons, like major, like it's a base that's still operating. Nothing, everything else has left the planet, and they're like, we don't really know what's going on there. Like we have to stop this. If we can get rid of this base, then the planet's basically free and clean, and it's like a whole new place.
What's hilarious is he comes up on old Blue, the old pussy early bounty.
Oh,
who
episode
literally
1.
pisses himself when he sees him. He like does his little whatever blowfish squirt or whatever he did.
What?
That's exactly what he did, dude. It was filthy. And he's wearing a humidity suit. They said like,
Blowfish do not do that.
But he looks like it with the way he's shaped because his
Blowfish
fins come out.
Yeah,
and then it looks like he can puff.
They blow up.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's why I added squirt on that to that.
We're arguing over
He's
like
so
whether or
broke.
not an alien
this fake alien. Or you got something for
No,
us?
I was just gonna say it's squids that ink themselves.
Squid's ink, right? Yeah, but he did like a actual like a squirt all around him.
But
like,
he doesn't. It's not.
It's like a puff. He like puffed.
The cinematic like reason why they did that is definitely what you're saying.
Yeah,
it's the fear.
Yeah.
But he does that because he's an aquatic like.
Yeah.
Aquatic.
I think that's it.
Aquatic.
Aquatic.
Oh
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah. No, we can make it aquatic.
Today is hard. He's a water being, right?
Yeah.
And so he has to mist himself constantly or he dries out. So it's not him. It's his suit that does that. It's misting him to keep him wet so he doesn't dry out and die.
God, again, just he's constantly.
And then Mando checks him
moist.
right away. Like if he ever runs away, just let me know. And he's
like, oh, dude, that was so hilarious. He just starts flexing on this dude who's obviously scared shitless. It's like someone who talks shit to you at the door or inside the club and didn't know you were the fucking bouncer. And it's, God damn it. No. Hi, sir. Here's a $5. Can I, like...
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Get out of here.
No, but not only is he the worst, that they've turned him into like a indentured servant for his jail time, right? But he's a bitch the whole time. Hey, do this work. Nah, that's scary. That's hard. I was like, constantly, they're bitching him. I, personally, he didn't do anything on the thing. If I was Mando, I would have smoked him on the mission. First time he was like, oh, I'm like, I can't trust this guy. And I would have smoked him.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of scenarios where your answer is, I would have smoked him.
If I'm Mando, he can do that.
I was thinking that when they go on the mission, and it's like, why isn't he just smoking everybody?
We gotta be quiet. We're gonna smoke everybody, Roy. It's always on my mind. We're gonna get everybody
at some point.
But
they start the mission, and they bring that guy with them, which is like,
that's
why?
What I'm saying.
And what's Carl Weathers' character name?
Apollo Creed.
Grief Cargo.
Really?
Grief Karga.
Grief Karga is like, instead of just doing everything, he's like, go do this, go do that. Like, you owe me. Ridiculous. And it's like, why? Just do it.
It was the whole time. It was ridiculous. But it was tight.
Like, you're way more...
Mando immediately, he's like, just sit tight. And he just goes to the top of the base. We're like, okay, so he's just going to take the base real quick. He takes the hangar. He does take the hangar. But he was upset about it because he had told him that base is probably empty. And he was like, this is not empty base.
They make it to the like control room or like the what is it the whatever the coolant
where it gets very interesting after this. Yes, they to whatever technology they're using to hold the lava down,
and then the lava starts like moving and like the volcano starts to like getting way more active. Alarms are start going off now. And, like now the
stormtroopers are waking up.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh shit, something's going down. So it's like they got 10 minutes to get out, and they're on the way out. They roll into this one room. I think they might even be... so they get to this room, like whatever. They're on the way out, they get to this room. 2 guys in there, smoke those 2 guys real quick. And the guy's like, Like, destroy. Get rid of the...
Oh, Gina gives him the rear naked. You know
Yeah.
she would have popped his head off if it was real. She gave him such a light.
No, this is a different scenario.
Oh, when they go to smash the console.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Very crazy room.
We see...
I guess that was the only thing that the little squid man was worth. He pulled up the log, which was the first scientist we saw with the scary German. Who likes BY? Who didn't want to hurt BY? But we see his recording. He is basically harvesting his blood because they know it has midichlorians.
And there's Snoke-like looking things
Figures,
in
clones,
these... Yeah.
in these tubes that they've been injecting
Some white
with
Zetsus
BY's
in the-
blood. Exactly. They got white Zetsus in the thing, and they're putting Yamato's blood in it.
Yeah.
And they keep testing, but this time it doesn't work, which scares me. Okay, so this whole scenario scared me because you make the connection that it's for Snoke. We know Snoke makes it at some point, and we know that the blood transfer.
We know this is a Snoke-like thing,
but something happened. Something is successful at some point in time.
but we don't know that like it's necessary. Like what actually leads to the success.
True. We don't know, but I don't like that they're already on the tail of BY. I didn't see BY in the future. I mean, he lives to be 900 years old. It's not like Rey is that far away from them.
They also only follow one family in the entire universe in all these movies. Like,
And they could kill BY.
I mean,
They
for
could-
sure they can kill
what
BY.
What if at the series finales they get to BY and they have to harvest him? They make Snoke. I'm already scared. Disney can do it. Don't think that Disney can't do it.
They make way too much money off of that baby's face. There is no way. They could definitely like end it on a cliffhanger where he's being harvested, but
But you can even
There's
like
no way.
you can make a whole new
Look,
set of
this
movies.
this is the fear that's already
You
building.
can make a whole new
I
set
would,
of
I would
movies.
kill him then if I was a producer.
I think you make a whole new set of movies that because of the timeline. This is all after all the original shit. There's technically before the Force Awakens and
Right.
all those movies, but you
But
can
it's
just
not
continue
that
where
far
it comes.
from.
But you can make a whole nother set of movies where it comes back to BY, and BY is just now he's kind of like now he's 20 years older.
No, for sure BY could live because
Like
let's
Baby
say
Groot.
but
let's say nothing happens. They have to hide him, right?
Well, you
At
can
the
do
end
like,
of the
you can do 200 years in the future.
yeah,
whatever.
because at the end of the
No,
series you
but-
could hide him. He's 50 years old right now. It's
Two-
going to be 200 years till he can do anything.
200 years, Yoda, no one cares.
Right.
It's this one that matters because
So,
he's so freaking
but the thing is, maybe they speed up his development here.
Yeah, but
and
like, he's still a baby, he
Maybe
can
at,
talk more.
Maybe at year 70, he's an adolescent, and he's like throwing fits.
Terrible too.
It's like Teen
Throw-
Yoda.
Yeah, Teen Yoda is actually angry. I mean, we already know he's bad. He's out there eating bugs, people's kids. He's just
Almost, yeah,
tearing
committed
up.
genocide.
He's out here stealing cookies the second chance he gets. Like, BY does what he wants. All right. So
True.
angry BY is
What if BY goes dark side?
what he could possibly be one of. He's naturally one of the strongest Force users there is.
At this point, he's like the Force.
He is the only Force.
Well, I mean,
Adolescent BY
Luke
would be
Skywalker
scared.
and Leia are still like alive at this point.
True, but we don't know what's happening right now. We don't know, like, has he made the school? Is he not making the school?
So,
They're
like-
rebuilding the universe, right? We've seen the X-Wing
So-
guy. They're trying to act like cops.
Here's one thing though. It's Luke Skywalker and Leia and that whole like part of like Star Wars. None of that's
He
come
wanted
up,
to go incest. He
No.
just couldn't.
None of that stuff's come up in the Mandalorian.
You know he's like that.
None of this stuff's come up in the Mandalorian. So like it could be easy that this just keeps going and like maybe they never get BY and this is just a whole nother BY story because we haven't seen.
But that's the
any of
dumbest
that
thing
stuff.
to do.
I
To not
agree.
connect him to
These
anything.
last couple of movies were pretty dumb too.
Could you have some points. I didn't even see the... No, I did see the last one, actually. He was with the Red Room.
No.
When he killed Snoke is not... Oh, when Ben dies. When okay. Yeah.
The Last Jedi and she does the
He's,
fucking-
yeah, okay. She's the Palpatine.
Yeah. So
Okay.
stupid.
I mean, it made sense. They teased it right from the beginning because she's the only person that has the same
there
saber
was a
style
story.
as Palpatine.
So there was a story that
And
like
that's-
what's the guy that plays Finn? What's his real name?
John Boyega.
John Boyega.
I like how she did not have to look that up.
John Boyega, I mean, he comes out and says all kinds of stuff, basically like what we initially thought this was going to be and like what it ended up being and like the way he was treated. The storyline basically just kind of changed and they were kind of making it up on the way.
That sucks.
Originally, Rey, what she was originally told was like, you're going to be Obi-Wan's child. And like at some point it turned into like she is nobody, but she was supposed to be somebody. She was supposed to be of something. It ended up like you're a Palpatine, and like they've both said that like this. Like in the first movie, it's kind of like, does he have the Force or does she have the Force?
Now they definitely teased that through the whole movie. So, they teased them both having the Force, but in the first movie, it was so obvious that Boyega was supposed to have Finn was supposed to have the Force.
Yeah, so like
it's so obvious.
Finn was supposed that was the thought that he's going to be the, or like his understanding was my role was going to be more, and then it just turned into like him constantly chasing.
The problem is because the power dynamic was so slanted, he can't back her up that much, but they're into each other, so he's like constantly there, but getting fucked
that
up.
Character didn't make any sense. The fact that they just we'll just kind of.
I didn't know they didn't have a plan.
Bump into this story.
I didn't know they didn't have.
It was literally like right before they started this, like it's gonna be your Palpatine, and they're all kind of like, what?
That had to be right before the very first one, though, Force Awakens, because because Palpatine is teased through the Force Awakens. I knew that she was Palpatine's daughter in the first one.
They definitely came up with that last minute.
Okay, well, she is the only one who has the same fighting style as him, as Palpatine. She has the same saber style, which was showed in the first one. A thrust is only used with Palpatine.
But she doesn't train all that. She doesn't know anything.
I know, but that's natural. That's how it's showing that's what's in her. Second, that she was the only one who actually has connection to the Dark Force, right? Palpatine is the Dark Force. Right? Vader was not the Dark Force. He even turned good at the end. Palpatine is the continuation of the Dark Force. Then, man, it's so long since this. I remember I had broken it. I was so sure at that time. There were so many things in that movie. And not in... I didn't watch the second movie enough to know.
The second movie was it Rian Johnson. He directed that film. God, he basically took JJ's story and it's like shit on it.
Can you look if there's Force Awakens clues to Palpatine? It should be a lot, actually.
I don't know, man.
Also, about Finn having the Force, like when they destroyed the planet, Finn was the one who could feel it, like other people can see. He already knew much earlier in the house. There was so many Force influence.
I mean, but like
they could have ran with that much better. You're right, because on the second one they like fell off and they tried to give him the Asian threesome. They threw the Asian girl in there and ruined it.
I think we're both in agreement that these the last two for
they
sure.
didn't hold up, yeah.
The only one I liked The Force Awakens, and I liked Rogue One. I love Mandalorian. Mandalorian is the new Star Wars.
Mandalorian is dope. Yeah,
it is the new Star Wars. It's not like perfect. It has its moments, but like I like what they're doing with this. Like this is awesome. So episode 4 is what we just saw. He's still traveling to wherever he's gonna get going. Gets the ship fixed. We find out that one of the people that was working on the ship is actually like a spy, some type for the Empire, or Moff Gideon, really.
Right.
And puts a tracker on the Razor Crest. And so now Moff Gideon, who's getting shit done just like...
He's handling all the time. But what is in the room with him?
He's such a badass villain.
I forget him from...
fucking Pollo Hermanos.
Yeah.
Gus.
Wait, Gus smokes, though. It's really just about that one scene when he smokes that guy. Or those guys, where he knifes the guy in that suit.
And doesn't say anything? He just like gets
undresses, walks out, like that's done. He lets them keep working, like...
Whatever.
Yeah.
So they have a tracker on the Razor Crest, and they're still going on to... This next episode, episode 5, is going to be directed by Dave Filoni.
You think we're going to see a lightsaber?
So Dave Filoni is the one who created Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah.
So if I'm guessing, like, if he's directing that episode, then who better to play with Ahsoka Tano than the
Dude,
creator?
What if BY punks her with the Force? He's just got so much already. It could be easy for him. He's a baby.
I mean,
And she's just shocked.
he has the juice.
You know what? She has to know that he's a...
She's got to feel it, right?
Well, she has to know from across the universe. Like, they can feel the Force everywhere, right? They can connect.
I mean, at
they
this
can
point-
connect when they're dead. So, obviously.
At this point, there's so few of them left that, like, they have to... I mean, that was the whole point of a Force Awakens, is, like, someone, like, with the Force came up and then they were like,
felt
whoa.
it. Yeah. So she knows, but she's seen the real Yoda. Right?
Yeah. She trained with him.
Now, no one knows where he is, but, like, she's going to immediately recognize, like, what's going down.
I think it's going to be an awesome episode. Dave Filoni, one of the main writers or producers, I don't know exactly, but he was a lot of the Clone Wars, that story, that's all him. Like, if you're a fan of the Clone Wars and Rebels, then Dave Filoni is what you think, you're a fan of his story. He introduced a lot of new characters. Some of them have gone live action films. One of his character from the newer films, Saul Guerrero.
Yes.
Like, that's one of Dave Filoni's characters. So, like,
so
I like his Star Wars.
So he's going to try to
good.
make, even though apparently, like, all the other stuff is not canon, they're trying to tie it back in. So basically,
he's going to make it like this is Star Wars.
He's going to pull it back. He's going to force them.
I mean, compared to the higher ups that were running, like, the last 3 movies and stuff.
I see you. Everyone's excited about
everybody's
that.
like, yeah, let's go with Dave's stuff.
I got you.
Well,
then we'll recap next week for sure.
Dude,
for sure,
it's gonna be awesome.
Also, just wanted to confirm that Rosario Dawson is playing her.
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna get at least 2 hotties.
It's too much. It's too
Can't
much
handle
already.
that. You're not ready for that.
It's too much.
What do we have going on? Any crazy stories or anything?
Yes. There was one that I wanted to bring up with you guys today. We were talking about a couple earlier. Let's see. Well, one. Did you guys hear that In-N-Out's expanding?
No. What's going on with In-N-Out?
So they expanded. They already did. Expanded. They're
So I
in
heard.
Colorado now.
I heard.
Where are they? Are they only in California and Texas?
They probably.
It doesn't
have
matter.
others.
They weren't in Colorado.
They weren't in Colorado.
So this is the new one.
Yeah. So first 2 locations to open in Colorado.
Same city.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. They're in Colorado.
Doesn't matter.
Right. The line was 14 hours long.
At some
Jesus.
point. Who gets in line at hour 11?
Yeah.
Who gets in the fucking line?
I mean, when we were in
You're
San
not getting
Francisco,
food
we went,
that day.
Yeah.
What's 11 hours
How long
mean? If
did we
it's
wait
4
in San
o'clock, they go
Francisco
give...
for In-N-Out?
Like an hour maybe, but we were ravenous. And that was the only thing around.
Right, and it's like, but it's also like, if you've really never had it, you're in California, 1 hour
Yeah.
is very different than even 4.
Right.
Like,
I mean, yeah,
Denver.
you tell me it's going to be more than an hour for the food, any food. Then I'm like, I don't know. This food better be amazing.
there's no way. 14 hours, who's getting in line?
We did not stand in line for an hour. We stood in line for maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and then just it took long to actually get it. But our whole experience was probably an hour. That was it.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
there's a 14-hour line.
Yes, and
long
not
line.
only that, I don't know.
no, I can just tell you right now what kind of stuff happens.
People are
I'll
pissed.
just not just pissed that
And,
you're
like,
gonna have
weird
cars
stuff
breaking
happens.
down.
Yeah.
You got hoopties in the line. You got babies. You got people who need to piss.
People high as
shit.
fuck.
They're high as shit. They're starting to become not high.
They can go get more weed, like make multiple
You
like weed
put
runs.
your car in line. You turn it off and you leave. And the line's moved a lot, and you're mad that people like that moved around you, and you're like, this is the fights.
Yeah. There were fights. Oh, there were like full on fights that broke
Now.
out. Like people, like multiple men. I'm pretty sure
I'm
that
gonna be honest.
I'm,
I was shocked. I saw some white on white crime
100%.
happening in line.
Were they all guys?
but
Were they
only
all
in an
guys?
In-N-Out. Only had an In-N-Out.
Yeah, it wasn't like Popeyes. When Popeyes' new chicken sandwich came out,
People were ready to die for that shit.
people get. Hey,
I'm gonna
that
come in with
sandwich. Hey, I'm gonna be legit. That sandwich blows up In-N-Out.
Really?
Blows up In-N-Out.
I haven't had it
Yeah.
yet.
I was about to say I'm going to come in with a hot take. I don't
We had
like
that
In-N-Out.
sound.
I don't think it's that good, and I don't
Well,
think it's
well,
worth
hold on. So,
like,
so,
it's
hold
worth
on.
it.
that.
So,
Ding, 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 ding. Not a hot take. It's bad compared to fucking Whataburger. Have you guys had Whataburger?
Whataburger is definitely superior. And I actually I think up there with Whataburger is another local joint here in Austin called Jewboy Burgers.
Okay,
Just
you're
so-
throwing
No,
some
no,
light
that-
to someone quiet right here. That's fine.
Love you
I have
very
not
much
had it.
for throwing out Jew Boy, but it's not on the same level. Jew Boy is one trailer that's open from like 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. in Austin, Texas. That's
Okay,
not
yeah.
on
Quality
the
of
same
burger.
caliber.
Quite, no, but then we could talk about a lot of places. But
I
it's
thought you
they're
were
only
going
gonna have
Dan's.
one.
I thought you were going
No,
to
no.
P. Terry's.
Yeah, because you have to go
Dan's.
to you got to go to a chain. Dance.
Dance.
Well, I'm going the one I like.
No, you got to go to a chain. You
We
got to
gotta
go to
go
a
to a
chain,
chain.
right?
Well,
Because these you have to.
So
you have to
okay,
say
so
someone
but
becoming
one
multi-state.
thing, big difference between In-N-Out in California and the In-N-Out here in Texas is that it's like locally sourced. So like the quality or the food that's in California.
Lies.
Well, I'm just telling you what they're
Lies.
saying. The quality.
I'm gonna need you to fact check yourself on that one.
I will
because
fact
I've
check
heard
you.
that that's a big difference.
Vidush
why it's not
Rana
as good.
went to California for the Worlds. And what did he do?
Vidush
As soon
Rana.
as he lost,
Vidush Rana?
he was super mad. He
How
lost
many
at the
burgers
Worlds.
do you eat?
I went and spent $60 at In-N-Out.
What did you have? You had everything.
I had everything. I had everything that kind of needed to be tried. And I had everything
Good.
separate, also animal styled, because I was told. So I just did it. I just did it all. I was super depressed. And I just went to the hotel and I smashed all of it. And in that moment, not like, hey, it's new, it's awesome even. In that moment, I was not satisfied.
Yeah.
I was
So
like, none
even
of this
looking
is
at like
that
their
good.
Wikipedia, they have just like various distribution centers throughout the areas where they've got the In-N-Outs. So I don't know like what
No,
locally
that's what I'm telling
sourced.
you. Lies. I tasted it. Lies.
What I
Hey,
mean by locally
these guys are
sourced-
making more than
Okay,
$1 million.
What I mean by locally sourced
locals.
is that like what people in areas of California are eating that say this is amazing isn't the same product that we're getting here in Texas.
I
My
just
guy
don't think-
Roy. My guy Roy. They don't know burgers.
Yeah, they don't.
They
They eat
don't-
salads. They eat
they don't
salads
know
and smoothies.
burgers.
They don't like.
I agree though
get
that
down.
Whataburger is the best.
No. But I'm saying they're saying it's good over there because they just think that if they had this one, they think this one was good too. It's not that like the ingredients is
Whataburger
better.
so good. I'm hungry.
I could honestly go for a
It's
lot of
happening
burger.
today.
Yeah.
It's
After all
happening today.
this.
You know, I usually
Field trip
do.
for a patty melt.
Do they still have
What's
it
your
out
favorite
there?
Whataburger? Patty melt?
No, actually, my favorite is either the mushroom Swiss burger if I'm going beef, or it's the honey barbecue chicken sandwich.
If you've been to Whataburger enough times, it has got to be a changing rotation, right? Because like
Yeah.
you're gonna have so many patty melts, and then you're like,
order the same thing over and over again.
Really?
Number
Yeah.
5 with cheese
Number
and bacon.
5.
ah.
I have two go-to orders. I am either there for the chicken nugs, which Avi, or I'm there
They
for
have
the
nuggets.
Well, they're
the
tenders.
chicken tenders.
I mean, the black and hearty burger is the best.
The
I
thick
mean,
and juicy.
I don't know,
The thick
man.
and salty.
I'm a fan of the
I mean,
what is it?
it's
The thick and
the
juicy.
black and hearty. There we go. I was like,
The
all right.
black and hearty.
The black and hearty.
Justin's
Oh, that's
favorite.
not, the thick and salty.
The
thick
thick
and
and
salty is
salty.
Justin's.
Justin's favorite.
I like the avocado bacon burger.
Is it
on the
really
Texas
called
toast.
the thick and salty?
No, it's called the black and hearty, and I switch them
Oh.
up.
You mean
It's
Yeah.
not called the black and hearty.
No,
No.
It's not.
It's the thick and hearty, no?
It's the-
thick
Like
and hearty.
A1 thick
It's
and
the
hearty.
thick and hearty. That's what.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying I
Black
switched
and
them.
hearty.
I had the hearty to black, and I had the thick to
salty,
salty.
thick.
Got it.
Right. Yeah. So it's,
There was a
Ah.
lot of words there.
yeah, no. So the thick and
I
hearty.
think I've only had that twice.
it can't
It's
be
pretty
that.
good.
That thing's the best one.
You think
Bacon, barbecue, double meat patty, crusher.
I'm gonna go ask for the black and hearty.
I do.
See
I
what
did
they
it.
gave me.
Hey, Roy, how many times have I been in line and
It's-
said
it's-
that loud?
so? And they just like, yo,
And- no,
you want
no.
cheese with that?
There's not all rare. Like there's always they don't say it back to me. They
A
don't.
handful of people laugh.
I think one person has, and then I'll be like, "Oh my bad, the thick and salty," and I'll say that give them both, and they can't handle it ever in line. But I say it every time. They'll get you exactly what you want.
They know what it is. Yeah.
You used to slam the patty melt all the time.
This is the
It's
best
good.
one. To me, it was the best one. But that's what happened. I realized that you're gonna go through all the signature
So
ones,
I
like
do-
a lot, because it's the best chain burger.
I do the. I actually got to expand my I only ever get the number 5.
You should expand.
Boy,
But
you
this
gotta
is-
expand on
I-
everything.
But this is your life, babe. This is what you do. You find the thing that you like, and then you that's your North Star, and you never deviate.
I go to Whataburger to get a number 5.
yes.
Right. I know this too.
But if I...
Because you're all about the pickle, tomato, ketchup. combo.
It's the perfect combination.
That's
Wow,
all.
you even know onion. That's a true damn friend. That is a
So
true
like,
friend.
you know. So, but no, you got to try the new shit now.
Look,
You're finally at a
so-
stage where I think you can try new shit now.
The other one
what have
I
you
like
had?
there is
You're
the-
grown up enough to try
The
other
other
things.
burger that I like, or I think that the chicken is the one with the tenders, or
Yeah, the honey barbecue chicken sandwich.
that one's delicious.
No.
Oh,
You guys
so
are. You
good.
guys have both missed the boat. Both missed the boat.
Wait, which boat?
The honey barbecue biscuit.
Oh, I
Oh
mean,
no,
that's-
the honey butter biscuit.
Oh,
No,
I mean,
the-
that's
the
a
chicken- the
separate
chicken-
thing.
yeah,
I
that's-
get that separately.
Breakfast is a whole nother.
Yeah,
story.
that's
no.
breakfast to me.
Breakfast happens all day. What are
Yes,
you talking about?
but
Breakfast
for
It
is-
doesn't
me-
though. At Whataburger, they ended at 11.
They've put some restrictions down.
Yeah.
They've made it
You-
scarcity.
you can't-
They've added some value to
You
it.
can't get it. It's
even
it's
better
11
now.
p.m. to 11 a.m.
You know, it's just that we was always leaving really late.
Late,
It was
so we had the
already-
full menu.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. You can't get it all the
Delicious.
time, so you got to have your.
Yeah,
your
you didn't ask
backup.
like
Wow.
what the
mouth
breakfast order was.
Literally gets stuck shut. with
Have
those
you ever got like the
biscuits.
cinnamon rolls or anything like that?
Yes,
They're pretty good too.
they're pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, everything at Whataburger.
Their
is
biscuits are good.
Their
And-
fries are superior.
Their fries are the best.
Super-
This
Do you
is
like a
why.
hard fry or a soft fry?
What? Stop it. Why? Why are you trying to just
Don't make me
trying to
choose-
dunk
it's like,
on me?
It's like choosing between my children. You know what I like? I like a hard fry and a soft fry together in my mouth.
That's why I love you.
I like salty fries.
Salty fries are good. I mean,
No.
Chicken salty.
I think
No,
McDonald's has the
I
saltiest
actually like
fries.
them thin on the fry. A lot of stuff I like thick. No, the fry I like the thin fries, crunchy fries.
I do like a crunchier
Yeah,
fry over
me
a
too.
like.
I
I,
like
think
a
if it's too
soft fry.
soft, it feels soggy, and I don't like
See,
that
I like
texture.
the soft
I
fry.
like a
say
crunch.
In-N-Out's fries weren't that bad, even though they were soft. They're fine.
They were fine.
The animal
Fine.
style there
and
is
animal
pretty good.
style was pretty good.
The best fry in the world is Dan's, though.
That's a crusher.
They got
Like-
the curlies.
The curlies,
You know
like
who-
the Arby's
Who
style
matches
fries.
Dan's? France.
France. Well, because
Yeah.
they were married once, so
Can you imagine 2 recipes around town, the same goodness?
it's the same shit. They
It's the
literally.
same.
Dan was literally like, "Fuck you, Fran. I hate you. I'm gonna go open the same restaurant, and it's going to be more
Did
successful."
he leave or did she, I mean, I don't know the story.
That's
Or was it the
the
opposite?
story is deeper. They had multiple locations at the time of split. She got the best location,
The
and he
OGs.
got all the other ones,
Yeah,
and he kept crushing it. And she kind of
because she's on the east side, right?
yeah.
Is
France is
I've
over
actually
by
never had a
183.
Fran's.
That it's the same. Fucking
It's the same thing.
It's the
Where
same
are
thing.
they?
Fran's is the one that's right. No, that's another Dan's.
Dan's.
The one on
I
183.
don't think France made it. There's
Is
only
France
one
still around?
France
Can
left.
you
left.
search that?
Yeah.
Like, where's Fran?
Yeah, I'm
I
on it
bet
right
it's
now.
up
I don't
north.
think she made it too long.
I don't think she's still around.
I don't. Fran herself, I'm pretty sure, is also dead.
Dang.
Yeah, they
'Cause
are
the
real
parents-
people.
Yeah.
The daughter runs it now.
God, they get
What's her name?
delicious.
Another kind of like.
Well,
Pam?
his real name is Daniel Ignatius Junk, and her name is
Also,
Frances
yeah.
Maldonado, and they met in 1950.
And he makes burgers.
That is
Doesn't get better than that,
I know.
Mr. Junk.
By
Can I have your burger?
1990, Dan's was the first like chunk of locations on Airport North Lamar in Manchaca.
The one that we used to go to.
Manchester.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one that we go to, which is now Menchek.
Manchek.
Yeah, what?
That's correct.
It's the correct
Manchaca.
thing.
No, it's Manchek.
Menchek.
It's Menchaca.
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 No, it's pronounced Manchek. It's Native American of the Manchek tribe here, and that's why it's been changed to that
M-E?
Yeah,
Mm.
because it was
Good to
being
know.
called.
I
to-
read everything as
because
if it was
it's
Spanish.
Manchek. It's Manchek, right? Because everything is usually Spanish, actually.
Right.
And it's like one of the few areas.
That's like when I first saw Blanco, like Blanco, right? I
Blanco.
said Blanco, but
Yeah.
it's Blanco.
So they divorced in 1990.
Good for them.
There was apparently no specific reason. It was just time for them to go their own ways. This is according to their daughter, Mary.
Mary.
Mary with
given the
a
tea.
wild
Damn,
last
given the tea.
name.
They went.
Oh,
Mary
their own
Junk.
ways.
No, well, her married name is Bialazazweski.
Oh, yeah,
Is
she
a
got rid of that as
she's
quick
like
as
a
she
wizard?
could.
What is that?
It's a spell. Makes really good burgers.
So after they got divorced, they split up the restaurants. She just renamed her restaurants. Everything else was the same food, same recipes, all the same.
Interesting.
So
where
there's
is
no
France?
difference.
Fran's didn't handle.
But like, where's
That
the
means
location?
Fran's wasn't run as well.
Right.
Because everything else is the same.
Fran was just out there
And-
trying to get hers,
And
you know?
she was just trying to get some petty.
They're closed.
Yeah, she was just hitting back.
Yeah, no
the
more.
Fran's hamburgers that I'm seeing are all closed.
Aw.
Closed.
She's got like
there was one
a big
Cameron that
boy
closed. Yeah,
lady
but it's a
sign.
girl.
Yeah.
She's got a big lady.
Well, ni modo.
Wow. She's
Yeah.
she is a big lady
Right.
with like red hair and everything.
She's holding guitar.
Not a hot take
Yeah.
then. Not a hot take. In and out. It's
Apparently-
not amazing.
No.
It's whatever.
It sucks.
Like,
Not worth the fight.
actually
Not worth 14 hours.
Put In and Out exactly on the same level as Burger King and Wendy's.
Ooh, there's like a Lost Austin tour that includes the.
I'd
old-
rather
Not
have
that I
burgers.
hate those places.
Cool.
Yeah,
Would have them,
Whataburger, and then 2 local spots, and then like In-N-Out's on the lower end of like I don't ever think about it. It's not anywhere near my first couple
For
options.
me, anything that's not a chain has a hamburger that will blow up all of those places. Then,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. So like local spots, you can't put them in the same category, Roy.
Yeah, in Austin,
A trailer?
If you live in Austin, go to Jew Boy Burger, best burger of your life.
Really?
Yeah.
I get tater tots.
Their tater
I
tots
love the
are
tater
so
tot.
good.
And then by the
They
time
always
it's in
win
the same
Austin's
place.
like best
Yeah.
burger. Like
Oh really?
they just opened up a brick and mortar.
So they're just the new guys who are crushing it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many places that have been like that in
And the
Austin.
guy is just like the nicest dude I've ever met. He's just so nice. Like
Yeah.
one day we showed up and it was too late. We had he didn't have any beef left and he's like, so sorry about that, guys. Like, we'll see you next time. And then gave us cookies because we didn't get burgers. And he was just like, here's some black and whites. Have fun. He's a good
Okay. What else we got going on then? Fucking In and Out.
guy.
Fucking
Izzy's been doing
Dude,
jujitsu.
I saw this. I said,
Training
"Man,
at
glad you brought
Atos?
this up."
Yeah.
That boy's good.
Dude, I really plug this because he's just so impressive.
I can definitely imagine that. Like, it looked like my initial thought was he's rolling with these top caliber.
'Cause we
jiu-jitsu
know
guys.
everyone he rolled with. He rolled with Hulk. He rolled with Mike Perez. He rolled with Josh Hinger. He rolled with Andre
Andre
Galval. Like he's rolling with people he has.
Some of the best in the world.
He has no chance.
Like
against.
world-class guys.
Like nobody. Not that he has. Nobody has any chance against these guys. Multiple world champions.
And he, he was moving well with them.
He moved amazing. That was the crazy thing.
My initial thought was like, okay, they're trying to make this look good for the camera, but like they're going for shit.
Well, there was for sure some they made stuff look good for the camera. That they never fucked him up, right? They never really fucked him up on there. Josh Hinger fucking fucked him up a little bit, but it wasn't like bad. Like no one went to tap him in a compromising position. But
He's
that didn't
so
matter.
big. He's
but
so
that
big.
didn't matter. Like even
He's
though they
so athletic.
he's ridiculously athletic.
He's
how
just
he moves
doing
his-
shit that's like, go this way.
This
spin
is what
this
I was
way.
saying. I was like, he's obviously a blue belt. Like I could see his jujitsu reactions. They're not good or
Knowledge-wise
fantastic.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
like it's not.
But he's a world champion MMA fighter,
Right, but like,
so he knows how to
but
fight.
he's so just good at using his body. It was so crazy that he was that good at that level. Like his ceiling is outrageous.
If he's going to continue to train in jiu-jitsu and find top
Quality partners.
Yeah.
Oh my god, those guys are so far away from him. Like Andre Galval was laughing at the Imnari roll which Izzy hits super nice
Oh, yeah.
and loose.
Like, yeah. so good.
Like not good enough to get Andre. Obviously, that would have swiped my legs out.
Yeah.
Maybe
Done.
I would
Broke
have
my
escaped it. Like it just gotten away. But like it was so obvious. Like Andre puts his hand on his ribs, just like is laughing, pulls his legs away. I was like, man, he's good. Not afraid. He likes to go for the legs. It's gonna be a big part of his game, obviously. In
Do you think
jiu-jitsu.
that's Izzy then saying like, I'm going for it? Is that Izzy like, I don't know who these guys are?
Izzy knows who those guys are. Izzy knows who those guys are, and Izzy wasn't going for it. Obviously, everyone was being pretty respectful with each other, because even if Izzy went hard, it's rough for everybody, I bet. But those guys are just too much better than him. But, man, he looks
really
so good.
He looked really good.
He just looked good because it's so obvious what level of jiu-jitsu knowledge he's at. It's not high. It's not very high.
I mean, I don't think it's going to take long for him to get his jiu-jitsu at a level to where I would be
To perform-
really happy within like a year or two. He's able to like use jiu-jitsu to win the match.
He almost triangled Gastelum while knocked out. While half asleep, he almost triangled Gastelum. So like he has like the spirit of the finisher. He's got these long legs. The triangle is easy for him. But man, it's just crazy that he can be that good while not knowing jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean? Like for someone who's not as physically talented like as him, like you understand, like when I didn't know jiu-jitsu, I understand like the kind of
I didn't move like that.
I understand the kind of beating I'm gonna receive because I can't
backs
move.
and stuff.
He's just moving around, like his spin move looking crazy. He's not afraid of the legs. That was the thing. I felt like him going for the legs right now is kind of because he doesn't know jiu-jitsu, so he's just trying to
Just
jump
grab
right,
whatever.
whatever. Yeah, but yeah, man, he can be ridiculous, man. Like, and I saw the student in him still too, because like,
He's definitely like taking feedback.
right, like Hanger hit him with the guillotine to the sweep to the mount, probably to the finish, and he let him go.
He's got a really good guillotine.
Amazing. One of the better guillotine DVDs out there. I should throw it on the drive. I actually have access to that. I'll throw it on the drive. Guillotine access. Man, he's great. And you could see as soon as he let go or Izzy's head popped out, he started asking. Like, oh, you did this. Like, and I was like, oh, he's excited. He doesn't even know some of the things that happened.
What happened? How'd you get me?
That's really scary for him to be able to get that many leaps and bounds better and be the champ and that
Where
young.
does he live year-round?
In New Zealand, I believe he lives year round. Year round, he lives.
Like what? Like it's a New Zealand team, right? Like
Yeah, because his coach, he's got Hooker, he's got Volkanovski, so like he's got good people to train with, and his coach.
But if he goes like once every X many months to like a top quality jiu-jitsu place.
Oh well, I mean, I would bet he's gonna stay there a couple weeks though.
Yeah,
you know?
so like
you're gonna get a lot better.
He's out of New Zealand. New Zealand. He lives in New Zealand.
Yeah, he's there all man. He's gonna get a lot better, dude. That was so impressive to me. I didn't know you can just be that good at jiu-jitsu without knowing jiu-jitsu.
It was I was impressed.
Yeah, me too. What else we got?
The Pope definitely liked a bikini picture.
They're so
Hell
lying.
yeah, good for him. Was she hot?
Yeah.
She's hot. She's
She's
a
a
Brazilian
bikini model?
Did
I
he-
like how they explain it. She's a Brazilian bikini model wearing a racy outfit. She's wearing a bikini. Okay, like I mean,
Is it a thong?
she's literally wearing her title's uniform. So
Right.
there's nothing really racy about it. But yeah,
He's
he
just
got
I'd rather he be like liking that picture than doing some other
this
shit.
because this Pope is different. He's been a lot cooler about stuff. He's been trying
Way
to
more
like
liberal.
yeah.
This is the Pope Sidious, or this is a different Pope?
France. I can't. I don't want to butcher it. I saw the
Right.
name in the article. France. I don't know how to say it, but I saw the spelling. But man, he liked it. They're saying he didn't like it, and they said they're working with Instagram to find out what happened. What they're doing is they're going to Instagram. Instagram's like, hey, he double tapped it while he was scrolling.
Yeah,
We're
it's
not
Pope Francis.
Yeah, Francis. Like he double tapped it for sure.
But he was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like they're like, well, you need to say that it's somebody else. They're like, cool, we can do that. They're just gonna change what happened or delete it out the history. But
Really-
what is wrong with him doing that?
We'll get to that in a second. But all you have to do is just say that he's old and he accidentally like tapped twice while he was scrolling.
Or just
you
be
know,
like, he likes
Does he
that
have a
ass.
phone?
Or it might be
don't
more
know.
realistic that he's probably got some sort of like marketing manager, some kid that's on
That's the
Instagram. Because
difference.
he's really, really old. Like
That's
he's
the
not
difference
young.
about this account. That it's
I don't
confirmed to be his very personal account.
Oh.
That the Vatican actually has control of the other accounts.
Interesting.
But if
That
this
is his account, and that's what's going.
So the old man
But
went on
the-
Instagram
so-
and liked some ass.
He found out about, dude, Netherlands are right there. They've been sending him Viagra. They've been sending him stuff. He can pop a boner now. It happens.
They don't like not pop boners because they're
Obviously, because
Popes.
that's impossible.
Right.
But he's
But
like
they're not-
100.
Yeah, but he's like 100. Like he's like 1,000,000 years
How old
old,
is he?
and he's not supposed to be out there just fucking. I don't know what the rules are.
No, you
No,
don't.
they don't.
So this is
Catholic
impossible.
priests
Yeah,
are
so
celibate.
this person is
He's
obviously
83
insane.
years old.
He's obviously insane.
But
right?
Catholic priests.
And the
fuck.
reason he's less insane.
They're not supposed,
because
to.
But
That's
they
why
do.
it's a
They take a
controversy.
vow of celibacy. That's
Yes.
that's a lot of the reason why we can really get into that. But there's that's a lot
That's
of
why
the
they
reason
fuck
why.
boys.
Okay, I wasn't gonna
That's a
say
whole
it
different
that way.
thing.
But that's what happens. There's
But-
a bunch of
Yeah.
fucking pedos who know they're not supposed to do it, but this is how they can get access.
Well, yeah, so young children are
I would
exposed
say
to them in a place
the-
where they're not allowed to.
The
to,
Pope is not this guy, though. I'm going to defend
No.
the Pope, actually.
Yeah.
The Pope has been badass up to this
Yeah.
point. That's
And
why.
he's done a lot to condone that.
Then he just likes a piece of ass.
Yeah, I mean, as like a
But he's
Catholic, I
done
don't think it's
less.
that big of a deal that
It's
he.
not. But for the Vatican, it is.
Did
Can
this-
you
Well, for the
imagine
Vatican, the
them
Vatican's
doing
Did
that?
this bikini
fucking
model's
wild.
Instagram just blow up then?
Maybe.
Oh, I can't imagine the fucking dude. You imagine if he slid into her DMs.
Oh, that'd be
If he
bad.
slid into her fucking DMs.
Okay, that's a whole
He
different
was just
thing.
like, I will bless you.
But he did not.
It was like,
I feel like we need to
I
say
am
that
God.
I
because
was like,
Vatican City is very powerful.
Oh my god.
he was like, that's why he was like, I am a god. Come tell me your sins. Come show me your sins.
Nope. This is all
No.
speculation.
It's so
Okay.
obvious.
This is you.
It's
yeah.
okay.
Very far away from the Vatican, though, and a whole different mindset. Let's definitely talk about the man who ripped his puppy out of the jaws of an alligator.
We're gonna link this video or something.
We will link
to
it in the
this.
description.
It's a very short video.
They're in Florida, obviously.
I mean,
Obviously.
Because Florida's fucking crazy.
and the people are crazy, and everything is crazy.
There's so many
I was born in
crazy,
Florida.
dangerous. You're born in Florida?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Okay. There we
That
go.
makes
Right?
sense.
Yeah. I was born in Florida. So, dude, the video is
How
insane.
long
He's
did you-
100 years old.
Do you remember living in Florida?
I have some memories of Florida.
No tigers?
No. Some Disney World though. Got some Disney World in. Got Mickey
Oh,
Mouse.
This guy is pretty old. He's not like a young dude.
He has all white hair.
He's a retired man, is
Yeah.
his description, like retired Florida man.
Yeah, but
Like that was his like.
That's how they refer to him.
But I will
and I'm
also
retired.
say, what's
Does that mean
crazy,
he's not a man
his
anymore?
body looked capable though.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have a frail body.
You got that old dad bod.
He had
That
an
war
old face, really, and he had kind of a dad bod, exactly. But what they say, he heard the puppy, which we didn't hear the sounds, which is good,
Because they like.
because they said it was real bad. So you know what, I
Well,
appreciate
so
you.
like he said, like torpedo missile like kind
That's
of.
what the neighbor. Yeah, he just boom, just.
And then the dog goes under.
So he chases the alligator, which has taken his 3-month-old puppy, under the pond. We catch him at about waist height in the pond.
He's just, like, wrestling.
you don't see anything but him bent down in the water, and then he rips up the alligator. Not a huge alligator, but what the it doesn't matter.
It's an alligator.
It does not matter, right? And it is very easy to hold
that
the
alligator was
alligator's
easily-
mouth shut.
Easily like 3 feet, right?
Oh yeah. More. It was bigger. It was it was longer than him. We didn't. No. No.
No.
Its tail was out the water when he had it pulled all the way out the water. Are you
It
sure?
was still pretty small, though. I think it
was
may
Just
be,
because it was small,
like head to knee,
head to
Yeah,
knee.
I don't think it was tall, like longer than the
like maybe
man.
up to his shoulders.
Yeah.
If
Oh,
it's
man,
like
I felt like
kind
his
of-
tail was
4
still in the
feet.
water when he pulled it out. We'll see the video though.
Yeah.
No, but so you're right. Not like a fucking 400-pound alligator or something. Something he could pick up. But like you can
Pulls the dog out of the.
You can
alligator's mouth.
squeeze the alligator's mouth and keep it closed. It won't be able to open. It has no reverse muscle that's strong. Closing it has thousands of pounds of pressure. Even if this thing's an adolescent, he just King Kongs it open. It was so tight. It was so tight. And you know I would have ripped that alligator's jaw off.
You
I
was
would
a King Kong dude.
all the way. But I don't know. He said his fingers got fucked up, but he got the puppy out of there.
Only one puncture
Mm-hmm.
one.
Crazy talk. And he was just on the
The
like,
puppy's just like, that was crazy.
just drowned. He like caught it before a death roll or something.
I mean, I'm sure that
There's
that
not a
guy-
lot of people that will run out there in
No,
a pond. and
Not
get
after an
that.
alligator.
No.
They'll just break down.
Because if that's a small alligator in that pond, I don't know what other big alligators are in that
He
pond.
says
that
that
are
was
right
like, that's
behind
like my child.
Yeah, he's an old guy, so that's probably for real. It's a
And that's-
3-month-old puppy,
I
so
was about
it's
to say-
new.
Yeah, but like that's like a 3-month like connection.
It's true.
You know,
Let's say he got it
lifetime
right at
connection?
6 weeks. That connection, it's completely helpless in the
Yeah.
beginning too.
Oh.
Oof.
Wait, what you're saying is like
It's
if
his new
he
child.
goes this hard in 3
For
months,
3 months.
like what would
yeah.
happen if that's like a 10-year-old dog? Out
I mean,
there?
his
But
kids
also-
who are grown up now, he smoked people for
To
his
be
kids,
fair, it also
for
seems
sure.
like this man that's just how he lives his life.
He's just
He's
boss.
just like, I'm
He's just
in
boss and
Florida.
chilling,
This is what we
obviously.
do.
The pond in his backyard has alligators.
Yeah.
That was
True.
the
What are you
worst
doing?
thing to hear though was like the lady defending the alligator.
Yeah.
Like
That we
she was
wanna
like,
live
"Oh, we want to live
we
together."
we coexist or some
As-
shit.
Stop it!
Yeah.
Stop it! You're so lucky he didn't kill it.
Yeah.
Why
We're
are you
talking
living in a
about
swamp?
Catholics and Baptists, not alligators and my puppy. Coexist. Like, no.
Yeah, I see.
I was like, where are you going with that?
Sorry.
What's going on?
Good for that, dude. Save the
Oh,
dog.
so tight.
Dog has no idea.
No, dog has no idea.
No
Again.
bullshit.
Trauma.
Bullshit.
That dog
The
is
dog doesn't know.
I'll
traumatized.
never go near that water.
Oh no! I thought you were like that has no idea that like owner saved it. It completely knows.
Oh, yeah.
Daddy came and got him.
Yeah,
Like
just
it
oblivious.
knows.
Otherwise,
But it's just like I don't know what the fuck is out there. It's like, yeah, it's not even leaving the house to the backyard. We can go out the front. We can go out the front. I don't know. Like
I was gonna say though that it is a King Charles Spaniel, so like that's also a lot of money in that alligator's mouth.
oh, this is expensive
It's an
dog.
expensive dog, thousands of dollars.
really.
Super.
Then why is
ugly.
this homie living with alligators in his backyard?
That's what they do. That's what they do.
Yeah,
Old people.
He's retired in
This is
Florida.
Florida
He's probably
though.
got money.
It's like India. It's just cows on the road, man. You can't do nothing.
Alligators and snakes. Huh?
Alligators in the water. You buy the water. There's an alligator in that water. That's
There's
just how
a
it is.
tiger across the river.
It's trees over there. It's
probably
monkeys
a tiger.
there. It's monkey. It's power line. It's just poles here. It's monkeys for sure.
Fucking
I don't
Florida,
know.
man.
Next week you better play fucking God of War.
This week, upcoming week,
Well,
I'm gonna play God of War. I'm gonna have a good update.
mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk about it.
you better have kill some gods.
You can get to kill gods.
It's Kratos.
True, he is the God of War.
It's Kratos.
That makes sense.
Well, he gonna kill people.
He's killed people.
That was one of those like, oh, that's why they call it that moment.
Kratos, God of War. Come on.
See you guys next week.